here where we take in one idea, one concept, and 5 minutes want to make you all smarter about that. So I'm Tony T. I'm the founder of Renewables in Africa, and we are here to make sure that we can raise awareness about renewables energy in Africa and across the world. So if you are a developer, so if you have an EPC, if you are a supplier or an investor looking to break into Africa or maybe to expand to Africa, reach out to us because we want to help you to 10x your return on investment. So, what do we want to talk about this week? We want to talk about the principle of sustainable waste management. Because, at the heart of our bustling cities, often lies overlooked, one hero is urban waste management. And this week, I want to be diving into that to see how we can turn our waste not just into wealth, but actually a certain wealth. It's not just a possibility, but it becomes a necessity for urban sustainable living. Yeah. And this is what we're going to be looking at. And as we're talking about the principle of sustainable waste management, what I can think of initially, it's about the three R's. That's what it is. So the first R stands for reduce. That's what we want to see. We want to reduce the amount of waste that we're producing. Then we have reuse, then you have recycle. So reducing the consumption, it means we want to produce less waste. Yeah, this is the effort that we all need to be making. Don't just think about using anything and chucking into the bin. No, how can I make sure that I make sure that I reduce the amount of waste I'm producing on a daily basis. It is fundamental for us to be doing that. If we do that, we're already making one step ahead. And also, once we've done that, then the second thing we're going to be looking at is how can I reuse the product, extend the life cycle? Because I know we're living in a society of our consumption. We're always thinking about having no stuff, no devices, no phone, no cars. Everything is new. That is good. That is brilliant. But what about extending the life cycle of what you already have? Or maybe going to the circular economy so that we don't produce unnecessary waste, as I was talking about. This is something that is very key, fundamental for you to understand. Reusing as well, extending the life cycle, it is important. And once we've done the reusing, yes, at times we're coming to the end of life cycle of any product, any device. Now, do we think about recycling? I was actually at a conference this week where somebody asked me the question. Yes, it's good to be going down the route of renewable energy and then using more green power. That's fine. But are we making sure that we are recycling those solar panels? I said that was an excellent question. Excellent question. And the response is, as far as I'm concerned, there is not enough solution out there to make sure we can recycle that. Why? It means that, because a few years down the line, we may find ourselves into deep trouble when everybody's switching to renewables. They're producing so many solar panels. But how do we recycle them? Yeah, because to produce a solar panel, we're producing CO2 emissions. So how do we make sure we recycle them to actually not shooting ourselves into our own foot? This is something that we want to be looking at. Let me give you one fact that is very important, and you can see that as well. In the line going at the bottom of the screen. So, did you know that 1 ton of paper can save 17 trees and also 7,000 gallons of water? Yes, recycling 1 ton of paper. That is what it can do. So that's why it's so important. But it's not just about processes, it's also about people. Yeah, like many things. Yeah, community participation. How do we segregate the waste at home to participate in the local cleanup drive? It plays a pivotal role. How do we also equally engage government, making sure that we have the right policies? Like for example in Singapore, where you have strict littering. Yeah, that rules that you need to follow, otherwise you get fines. This can have a dramatical impact into urban cleanliness. So this is all of the things that I'd like you to be looking at. So definitely, urban waste management is something I would all want to invite you to consider because I think it's so important to make sure that we have clean cities. So it starts by making daily choice and to extend it into global policies. All of it moving into a cleaner and more sustainable environment. That's what I had to say for today. Ask you tomorrow. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye bye.